is Avi, and I am from Israel. I've been living in Luxembourg for the last almost 4 years. I moved from Israel in '96, and 1996 first to Holland and then to Denmark. I lived in Denmark for 16 years, and for the last 3.5 years I live in Luxembourg. In Israel, food is everything. Especially Friday dinner is a family get-together. The influence I have concerning food is, first of all, of course, from my grandmother, from my mother, but I have also some people in my life that really influence me with what I like to cook and what makes me think of them. I have a bonus mother, I would call it. When I went to a boarding school in Israel for 5 years, and there I had a mother named Aliza. She was a very strong figure that taught me a lot of the cooking that I do today. When I cook something, I send her pictures. I talk to her about food. I ask questions about what should I use and how should I combine, and a lot is coming from her as well. I'm making fish balls. Fish is, I think, in every home in very, very different ways. My husband is Norwegian. Learning the Norwegian kitchen, I learned to like fish a lot. This is something called pilpel chuma. Pilpel chuma is a combination of red paprika, spicy, garlic, chili, lemon, salt. It's spicy, but it tastes so good. It's the sauce for the fish balls. Baba Ganoush. It's aubergine that has been in the oven for quite a long time, and then added with olive oil, garlic, very fine chopped onion, and tahini, and then it's going to be mixed together. When we moved to Luxembourg, I was planning to study French or to study Luxembourgish, and because I speak Danish and I also studied Dutch in my past, I decided Luxembourgish might be the thing for me. While you study Luxembourgish, you get to learn also about the culture of Luxembourg, about the different regions of the country, different dialects that you have in the country. I find them very, very friendly and very welcoming, even though that we are such a big community of foreigners here. Tabbouleh, it's a mix of burgul, which is a type of wheat that has been soaked in only in water, and you add tomatoes, and you add radish, parsley, coriander, mint, olive oil, lemon, salt, and there you have a tabbouleh salad. Tastes amazing. It's so fresh and nice for the summer. I don't think there is hardly a meal with Israeli food that I don't make tabbouleh salad. After moving here, where I had more time to cook and bake, I decided, actually after a few requests of a lot of people say, why don't you share, why don't you show us? So I created my page on Instagram called Cakes by Avi, where I share cakes I bake, and it's inspiring, it's a lot of fun. In Israel, you have pita almost with everything. Arabs would say it's theirs, and the Jews would say it's theirs, but it's part of the culture. Every time I bake or make food, the smell of the food takes you to the market in Tel Aviv, where it's freshly baked all the time. It takes you to home, takes you immediately back. Israel is also influenced by the Arabic culture, and that's why the hummus and the tabbouleh and the tahini and all these things, that falafel, that is, they say typical Israeli, it's also typical Arabic. And the Israeli food, the spiciness is coming from the Arabic food and from the North African food, where in my family it was more on the salt and pepper side from Eastern Europe. But in Israel you learn to like it, and the smells that comes along with it, it's the best. In Hebrew, when you start a meal, you say B'te'avon. It's like bon appetit. It doesn't have any meaning except enjoy your food. It's like we say L'chaim, which is cheers, and it means to life.